And now I want y'all to watch this entire video with Kevin Samuels, Dr. Umar, and Nature Boy's wives talk about polygamy or polygyny, whatever you want to call it, whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever, we're just gonna watch the video, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, what if you don't get a man, then what? Well, but before we do that, would you be willing to share a man?
No.
Then how the numbers going to work, man? Because there are more women than men.
But when we see women united like us, trying and being with one man and doing so, having our mess ups and also passing that, because we're Western women, but we have Eastern minds.
Yes.
Do you want to share? Do you want to share him? Are you okay with that?
No.
Because, you know, a lot of Western women today, they have the mindset they have their own mind, that they're their own independent woman. But you have to ask yourself, whose mind is that? Who gave me those thoughts? Because naturally, your function as a woman is to be an expression of a thought, period.
Also known as bearing a child.
You're just an expression of a thought. You don't have your own thoughts. So you have to go back to the root and the source. Well, who told me that I'm independent and I have my own mind?
All he gets is the part of your free time for 100% of his monogamy. Does that sound like a fair deal?
Yes.
In fucking sand.
And that has been a continuous orbit to this day. And this is what we have to look at. You are women, you naturally going to express a man's thought. So you in the system, you got your own job, you tearing the black man down, thinking that a man has to be all about you and monogamy. All of these thoughts need to be looked at, because these are not our indigenous thoughts that we originally had as gods on this planet. Right. And we came back to bring back these Eastern, more moral ways of thinking. What we have behind us, this is who we really are, having morals and in tune with the natural law. And the natural law, the black man is God, and the woman is under him. We have to, you know, as women, as young women, you have to find a man today that is in tune with the divinity.
They got to start taking stuff off of their list. And sharing is the least of it.
We have broken up the black home. The black women are not in their rightful positions anymore. They're not supporting the home. They're not taking care of the home. They're not being women anymore. They're not doing what they need for their man. So when things get tough, they leave. And when things don't go their way, as black women, we put up this ego, or we put up this pride, or we put up this energy and this attitude against our black man, and put up a fight against him, rather than help him, build him up, and keep him on his pedestal, and keep him on his throne, and keep him in his king position. We want to fight him. We want to go against him. We want to go toe to toe with him. We want to make him look bad in the public eye. We want to put him down, rather than helping him stay up and helping him through his financial needs or whatever he needs.
A lot of women would rather live the lie that you're the only woman your man has. Stay with me. A lot of women would rather be lied to by their man. A lot of women know they're not the only woman, but they don't want to accept or admit it, so they would rather be lied to than live the truth. In other words, if they say, okay, you got to be in one of these two situations. You're in a situation where you're led to believe you're the only wife, and that's what he's going to tell you, what you want to hear, but it's not true. Or you're in a situation where you're one of two women, and you're upfront about it. You know who the other woman is, and y'all communicate as necessary. Many black women would rather be in the situation where they're being lied to, because they don't even want to entertain the conversation that they're sharing their man. And most women share.
And this all goes into what? Ego. Because what y'all doing, what I'm going to say, is not enough.
There are very few monogamous men in this world of any race. And you know what's even more interesting about this conversation? The type of men that y'all want, the men that you are attracted to, the swaggerlicious brothers, the brothers who got it going on, the handsome brothers, they ain't got no one woman. And you know this.
So this breaks up the home, because naturally we are traumatized by that. We've been traumatized, and so we don't trust the black man to run our households anymore. And so we do the same thing that they do. We degrade them. We don't allow them to take their rightful place. We get along right in line with them, who hold them down in this system, and we do the same thing.
Say that again.
The ugly ones be doing the same thing.
And you know why the ugly ones are doing the same thing? You know why the ugly ones can be bold? Because it ain't enough to go around. When there's not enough to go around, let me go. When you go to the supermarket, right, and you're looking for a certain loaf of bread, but the bread ran out, and the only bread left is the no-frills bread, what does the owner of the supermarket do to the no-frills bread? He raises the price. You're paying $6 for a dollar loaf of bread. You know why? Because the scarcity of bread drives up the price of what's left over. So the ugly brothers are also got it going on because it ain't enough for the handsome brothers to go around.
AKA, you finna get ready and share.
Cultivate that. We bring that to life. Women these days don't want that. They don't want to cook. They don't want to clean no house. They want to get maids. They want to get laundry service. They don't want nobody. They don't want to go to restaurants real quick and fancy, and they don't want to make clothes.
They don't want to make anything with problems. These are not traditional women, even though they would consider themselves to be. These are masculine women that we're dealing with over here.
Of this reality, you're doing that. Like, there's nothing else for us to do but to help you see what you're supposed to be doing.